And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new Disney Plus series, Marvel's Moon Knight, Episode 1. Now, this is a 6-episode show, which, very shocking that it's only 6 episodes, but, okay. And it stars Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke. So if you don't know who Moon Knight is, I'm gonna try to describe him as best as I can, because even I don't know so much about Moon Knight. He's kind of a newer character to me. But I read some comics, not too many, but I knew about him a little bit. But I'm still very curious about who he is as a character and how he's gonna fit in the overall of the MCU. So if you have not seen this yet, it dropped today on Wednesday, which will be every week until, I believe, the next show, which will be Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan. So we have to enjoy what we can. So let's talk about Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is a character that kind of gets his powers from, I guess, the Egyptian gods. And it's about this guy. His name is Steven. And when you first meet Steven, played by Oscar Isaac, he's just a normal, average dude who lives, I believe, he lives in London, and he works in a museum. Okay, sounds simple, sounds cool. He's got a nice little job. He works in a nice museum. He's a gift shop, I guess, what do you call it, clerk. So he works there. He's trying to do his thing, you know. But he has a little problem. He's been suffering from, I believe, in his mind, he's been sleepwalking. He's been waking up in weird places. He has no idea why he's doing this. And then he goes home, normally, and then you start seeing him, strap himself in his bed, with a chain and a lock, so he can't, try to sleepwalk and wake up somewhere in the middle of nowhere and be all confused. So he does that, and then things start to happen when one day he ends up in a whole nother place. Now, I don't know specifically of the country where he ended up in, but he ends up in another country, and he has no idea what's going on. Then he starts hearing these weird voices in his head, and then things from there go completely crazy, especially when he meets Ethan Hawke's character, who shows up looking for a scarab. Now, a scarab is like this little gold, I guess, beetle-looking egg-shaped, Egyptian thing. Why does he want it so badly? No idea. They didn't really explain it, but if I can guess, there's some kind of power towards it. And it looks like Ethan Hawke has power himself, because he has like a tattoo on his arm of like, what do you call it? A scale. A scale that has like 2 sides. And there's a moment in the episode where you see him, like, he's kind of like, like a philosopher person, where people, he goes and he shouts out, biblical stuff, and, the people, like, worship that. And it's like, oh, he might be the next Messiah or something like that. So people go to him, and then he grabs this woman, and there's a cool scene where you see him, he grabs this woman's hands, and then he's like, yeah, I don't see anything more towards your future. And then something happens where he's holding her hands, and then she like de-ages or something, which is very fascinating to him. So either A, he has some weird mystical powers himself, which makes sense, and B, it looks like he can absorb people's, I guess, youthlessness to keep himself youthful. That's just my guess. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Moon Knight character. I know a little bit more about Moon Knight than his villains. So I thought that stuff was pretty interesting. There was a great moment where we see him, Steven, Oscar Isaac, he's freaking out. He has no idea what's going on. He starts hearing voices in his head, and all of a sudden there's a moment where it cuts really quick to another scene, but then it's him trying to run from I guess people who are trying to come after him. And then there's a moment where it cuts out, and then we see the guys chasing him all on the ground, and he has no idea what happened, because he's freaking out. He has no idea. And then he starts hearing the voice telling him, hey, get out of there. You know, don't give him the scarab. We got to get the heck out of here. He has no idea what's going on. He's hearing the voice in his head. So I thought all that stuff was really cool. We saw a little cool car chase scene. That was pretty cool. We saw some bad guys try to capture him, and then he automatically evades it. We don't really see how he evades it, but it does cut to, you know, 1 minute he's here, and the next minute he's like on this side, and he's already taken out the guy. Kind of like that kind of situation. So I thought that was really cool. Like I said, it also reminded me of when he started hearing the voice in his head. It kind of reminded me of how Eddie Brock from, you know, Venom hears Venom in his head, but we don't see Venom until he comes out. So, but we don't see this voice come out of him. We just hear the voice. So it kind of felt like that. When, like, remember when Eddie in the first Venom kind of started hearing Venom, but he thought he was crazy? Kind of like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then we get to the good stuff where he's at, you know, back to where his normal place, and he felt like he's supposed to go on a date with this girl, and then apparently when he went back to his, you know, back to London, he missed 2 days. So it was basically Sunday. So did he really teleport over there? Did he really just go over there to another country and actually did all that and he has no memory of it? Possible. So that was pretty interesting. We even get to see him transform into Moon Knight at the end of the episode as he fights a werewolf, demon looking thing. So I thought that was really, really cool. Great scene. Nothing too major, but like I said, it only had like 2 or 3 action scenes in here, and that's fine because it's only the first episode. But what I really liked about this episode was that it intrigued me. The fact that he's having these other personalities in him. And that's all about Moon Knight anyway. He has different personalities. You know, one could be more shy than the other. One could be a very successful businessman or whatever. That's Mr. Knight, if you've seen the posters. And then, of course, you got the Dark Avenger, which would be Moon Knight himself, who's like the tough badass who's going to come out and protect him at any means cost. If he has to break somebody's face to protect the host, he will do it. So, and Steven will not know anything what the heck is going on. So I thought seeing that stuff really made the character pretty interesting for us to see as a, you know, who he is and where he's going to go moving forward. It does have a supernatural feel to it. So this could set up other, you know, supernatural characters like Ghost Rider, you know, maybe Blade, because we are going to be getting Blade soon. So, you know, vampires and all that stuff. That would be kind of interesting to see in the MCU. But for what I saw in the first episode, it's only 1 episode. I know I know some people out there saw the first 4 episodes, but us normal people have to watch it every week. So, yeah. But for what I saw, I enjoyed it. I am very intrigued to see what's going to happen next with Moon Knight, because I'm very curious to see who this character is. And I'm excited because from what I saw, the tone is very different from any of the MCU we've seen. I'm starting to like the new trend of Marvel shows. Even in the movies too, you can start seeing the tone has been changing from Marvel. It's becoming to the point where, yeah, we saw Iron Man in the first MCU film come out of a cave and change the world. Well, now that world is officially changing. We're getting cosmic beings coming out of the sky. Now we're getting supernatural characters like Moon Knight, and then eventually we're going to be seeing you know, Blade. So we're going to be getting that side. We've seen the Eternals, who are like the most powerful entities in the universe, you know, minus the one above all, but I don't think we're ever going to see that character. We might, who knows. But like I said, I think like them changing the game of what MCU stands for now, very interesting. And it's going to get better. It's going to get better, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen moving forward. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the first episode of Moon Knight. Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Are you guys big fans of Moon Knight? Did you guys read the comic books? Do you think it's in, you know, tone or what the comic books brought to life for you if you read the comics? Do you think Oscar Isaac was a good choice to play him? For me, personally, I think he did a really good job. I liked how he played the quirky, kind of goofy character that he had no idea what was going on, and it felt really cool to see him be that kind of character. He's a good actor, and I think him playing this character is really gonna make him shine. So I'm excited, and I like Ethan Hawke. He's got that Fabio hair, and he's all mystical, and he has no, he thinks he's above everybody, and everybody's worshiping him. Ethan Hawke is great. I love Ethan Hawke. He's another great actor. So having those two work together, chemistry, it works. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Moon Knight, and are you guys excited? Not excited? You guys ready for more? Did you guys see any other episodes? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.